All right, hello and welcome back. We're back from lunch. Gotham Sound NAB 2026 here with Paul Isaacs from Sound Devices. Paul, thank you so much for having us at the Sound Devices booth. Look how beautiful the orange is.
Of course, it's all about the orange.
It's all about the orange, exactly.
Although we've got a banana, a Sound Devices banana. Have you seen that?
I have not seen the Sound Devices banana. Let me get the banana.
Genetically engineered.
Wow.
Look at that.
Perfect.
This is like the highest tech banana out there.
Perfect. All right. I love it. Maybe now every...
I think, but we're hoping it doesn't turn black before the end of the show.
Let's hope not. Okay. So, Sound Devices, what is new and exciting? I mean, we know about the A20 Mini Plus.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen it yet. So show us what's up.
Here it is.
There we go. So
got those luscious curves on it, just like the original Mini.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so very, very comfortable to wear.
Mm-hmm.
The important thing about there's several important things about the Mini Plus compared to the Mini. It's 8 hours plus runtime.
Uh-huh.
No battery doubler required.
Yeah.
Okay. It's powered from some 14500 style batteries.
And do you have to use those, or can you use lithium double
You have to use these.
You have to. So the proprietary.
These have got the most. These are the most energy dense batteries out there, and you have to use these.
So 3.5 volt batteries.
Yeah, 3.7 volt.
3.7.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll power from 1 or 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
From 1 or 2.
So that's good.
That's interesting.
So the other really important thing about this is it's IP67 waterproof and sweat-proof.
Yep.
So that's really important for costumes, hot costumes, and especially for theatre work as well.
Yeah.
Theatre production. So we've put an e-ink display on it.
Yep.
So you can see the status.
So
the
that's
name,
Mini Paul.
the frequency, the RF power, and the battery meter and the battery level. This will actually run all the way from VHF up to 1.5 gigahertz.
Okay, so it covers the whole range.
Yep. So it's got the same great mic preamps that all our transmitters use. So about 140 dBs of dynamic range. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Now it will take 2 or 3 wire lav mics here, and it's using our standard 3-pin LEMO here.
And will it do phantom power like the big one, or no? Okay.
No, this is only for lavs. Okay. And then on the top here, there's a control button. Let me just put that on here. There's a control button here, nice orange button here. And this is user programmable. So you can set it to be like a mute switch, a press to talk switch, record button, a macro control command switch. So you could use it to trigger functions on a Digico console if you wanted to. It also can be used, pretty much for press to talk functionality as well. So that's a big difference compared to the Mini. But yeah, it's just got all the same wonderful audio performance characteristics of all our transmitters. Great battery life. What more do you want?
All right. Well, a couple of. So first of all, let's do just a quick side-by-side comparison, so you can see the Mini is it's about the same height, but it has the rounded corners, and then it's probably a AA battery slimmer side to side. So if you really were to take a look like that, you can see the A20 full size.
Yeah, so they're all using the same batteries. Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah. So a couple of questions coming in already. So Martin wants to know, and Martin, I may ask you to clarify this question. Is it a new design, the A20AA, because sated of 8 hours on 20 milliwatts, it is the same AD as, okay, got it. All right, so I think I got it. So was this designed to use the AA's because of the power density versus the old Mini?
It's one of the reasons, yeah.
Okay.
But also, this type of battery is more accessible, and we have our own batteries, our own Sound Devices batteries, which are optimized for use in our transmitters. They have thermal protection, over current and over voltage protection circuitry built in as well. So it's they're very energy dense, these batteries.
Got it. Okay, perfect. And then is it the same, you said it's the same A to D and mic preamp as the A20.
Yes,
Is it, how does it compare to the one in the 8 series?
It's actually almost identical to the Scorpio mic preamp.
Got it. Okay, perfect. And then what is the outside of that? Now, this is a prototype, right? This is not production.
They're not available for another month or two. So,
okay.
So these are pre-production.
And is this going to be the same material, or is the material going to change?
It will change slightly, yeah. Now, there is also, you can see these, I forgot to mention that on the back here, you've got your clip, belt clip here, and it's actually a rotatable belt clip. I don't have one to show at this show, but it will be available. So you'll be able to rotate it from 90, 180, 270, or 360 degrees.
So that'll be either up or down, and you'll have multiple, or sideways. Okay. That's great. And is this, what material is this? It's not metal, it's a...
you know what, I don't actually know the material exactly.
Okay, got it. So Martin wants to know, is it built like a tank, and what's the price point going to be?
It's going to be a similar price to our other transmitters. And is it built like a tank? Yes, like with all our products, they're designed to stand up to being dropped. We do a lot of drop testing, so they're very, very rugged. I would say this is going to be more rugged than the original A20 Mini, Astral Mini.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
But it's very lightweight.
Yes,
lightweight.
I definitely can feel that, and really nice to not have to have.
I like your nail varnish.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I mean, I like your shirt. Well, we're talking about things we like, but it's really nice to not have the bump and continue this low profile. And really is, it's almost like just having 2 AA batteries on your belt.
Yeah, everything's water sealed, so these are great for those sweaty type ventures or productions. Yeah.
Well, we were over there with talking to Voice Technologies, Scott Boland from Reading, and they were talking about their new waterproof mics and how they've developed a waterproof connector, specifically for these kinds of transmitters to be able to actually be 100% submerged, not have the connector get waterlogged, and be able to keep going for all sorts of things. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Any plans for a Sound Devices brand AA charger, or a branded AA charger?
Well, actually, we do have. In fact, if I just move over there, I'll bring it back.
You'll bring it back, okay?
Yeah. Oh, well, let's see.
I'll stand here and we'll talk about some things. So
what is this? This is our Astral PowerStation Cell. Okay, so you can charge any of our batteries that are used in our transmitters. So this is the 18650, which is used now in our handheld transmitter here.
Got it. Okay.
And then obviously these batteries are used in our Astral TX and the Astral Mini Plus. So you can either fit 4 of these 18650s here, or you can have 6 of the 14500s, or a combination of 2 and 3.
Interesting.
Okay? Now these can be daisy chained. So power input comes in via USB-C.
Okay.
But then you can dock daisy chain multiple units together for a multi-charger system. And actually we have a rack mount kit as well, so they can be mounted in a rack. And you just flip the door to get your batteries in and out.
There you go.
Yep.
Is that new from NAB?
Yeah, it's literally just started shipping.
Wow.
Just started.
Okay, I didn't even know about that one.
So yeah, you'll be able to take a shot of them sitting in the rack over there.
Yeah, let me see that.
If you
so
want
that's so you can just daisy chain a bunch.
Yeah, up to 3.
Up to 3, and then you use like a 140 watt USB-C charger. I like that it's recessed and not sticking out.
Yeah.
That's
and here's your dock connector that slots together, and you have these guides. You have this guide which makes it very easy to slide and dock together, so you can't cause any misalignment or anything like that.
Do you know the price on that? We'll work on it. We can get it later. Yeah, we can get it later. That's fine. So let me see. So Martin said amazing. Yeah, and you can run on 1 AA. So that makes it even lighter.
I haven't got one here to show, but we're also going to be very soon shipping a guitar box, which basically is used for working with really the Nexus. So you take either the DB25 analog outs or the AS72 out analog outs from our Nexus. Connect that into this guitar box, and then that will convert it to like a TS connector to go off to your pedals or whatever it is. So that's coming soon.
Nice. All right, so Michael Urban wants to know, is the original Mini, the original Astral Mini, is that discontinued now?
That's not discontinued yet, but it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I was under the impression that we were out of stock for a while, but I guess they're doing. Sorry, yeah, it's loud here. I was under the impression that they were out of stock for a while, and there's another run or something like that.
I don't know the sales situation on that, so we should talk to Baggy about that.
Okay, we'll talk to Baggy. But yes, so they are being discontinued with the new Mini Plus coming.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So questions about things to come that people are curious about. Everybody wants to know about...
I know nothing.
You know nothing. Perfect. Don't talk to Paul. But any plans for an IFB?
We are working on that technology as we speak right now.
Yeah.
The whole IFB, there's a lot of common ground there. We're focusing primarily on IM right now, and that's not a secret.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. People have been looking for that.
Yeah, and we're going to bring some groundbreaking new features to that, which we're very excited about. But it's a little bit too early to talk about anything to do with that.
Got it. No, perfect. And then Ninel wants to know, is there a MixPre Mark III in the works?
Wow, all these questions come out. I'm not going to comment on any of these things, okay?
It's funny,
what do people need in a MixPre?
I don't know. I don't know. And Ninel, if you want to jump in and say what it is you are looking about, but I've got a MixPre Mark II in my bag, and I'm not lacking.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So I'm not sure
what. There's not any killer features that we're missing right now.
I mean, and if it can cook dinner for me, that would be nice.
It's still remarkably popular.
Yeah.
And it's still selling well. And as you probably know, hold on. This is really off-putting, I have to say. It's really hard to focus.
With screaming your hype man?
All right. So basically, I will try and shout this out. Okay. So basically, the MixPre has just been around the moon and back on the Artemis 2 mission.
Yeah. So wait, show the sticker.
Yeah, I have one now. Look. So yeah, that was a real. We're all really proud of that. It's the furthest traveled audio recorder in the history of humankind.
Well, wasn't there one in Mars? I heard there might have been something went to Mars, but not a portable one. There was probably something custom designed.
So yeah, we're all over the moon about that. Ha ha ha.
But around the moon and back again.
Yeah, but that took a lot of discussion with the team who are working with NASA. Because they wanted to know about every detailed component, every material inside the unit. Because obviously they can be, to get through the approval process, it's a very strict approval process. Make sure the materials are safe, the components being used, there's no risk of electrical failure and dangers of shorting and all that sort of stuff. So.
Got it. All right, so one idea for the MixPre 10.3 would be to add AES.
Noted.
Great. Okay. Perfect. And has there been any improvement to the Bluetooth range on the 820 Mini Plus?
The Bluetooth range?
Yeah, just for remote control.
No, it's going to be similar sort of range to what you're used to.
Yep.
One thing that we always recommend there is if your preferred method of control is...
Oh, yeah, we got small rig behind us.
Right.
Exciting. Okay.
If your preferred method of control is from the Astral remote app, rather than using Nextlink from a receiver, I guess not everyone has an Astral ARX 16 or 8 with Nextlink. They might be using an ARX 2, right? In which case, they're not going to have Nextlink, which is the best form of control. But when you're using Astral remote, you go into the menu for the transmitter, and then you can disable Nextlink, and that improves your Bluetooth range.
Okay. Got it.
So that's what we always recommend. If you're not using Nextlink, disable it, and then you'll get better Bluetooth range.
Got it. Okay. And another thing that people have asked for about the MixPre, and this is maybe going on to a 970 replacement, but really asking for a MixPre with Dante.
Yeah.
So Another idea. I know you guys have been asked about the 970 a million times.
We have got so many requests for that at this show, probably more than any other show that I've been to.
Interesting.
It's interesting. But I get it. It's a very unique product. We didn't want to discontinue that product, but component supply, discontinued components meant our hand was forced.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still very much a product that we debate about internally.
Yeah.
If you happen to have a 970, you could probably sell it on the market for double the price right now.
You could. It's true. Okay, so let's move on, and I just formally asked if the Mini's discontinued. The original Mini will be discontinued. Yeah, so that's coming. All right, and let's talk about the cloud and some of the new features that are coming out for the 8 series while we're here.
So you already have done a Viviana interview, and so you've covered the broad strokes of that.
Broad strokes.
So we've been collaborating with Viviana on basically a direct-to-cloud workflow. I mean, this is not... people are probably familiar with Frame.io.
Yeah.
And that we've already had a direct-to-cloud collaboration with Frame.io for around the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And that is used on quite a number of productions. That's more, though, aimed at premium, high-budget type productions.
Yeah.
Right? So where Viviana have stepped in with their box and our collaboration with them is like bringing that to the masses. So now you can now direct upload to Dropbox or Google Drive or Frame.io still.
Yeah.
But, you know, Dropbox and Google Drive are far more popular cloud storage services.
And they're very readily accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
And inexpensive.
And it's a very easy system. So, I mean, basically all you do is take your USB out from the Scorpio or any 8 series, and it's compatible with all models, 833, 888 or Scorpio, into the USB-C port here on the right side. You can power the unit also from USB-A from the 8 series as well. You'd have to use a hub.
Oh, it does. Okay.
You'd have to use a hub to do that. Or you can just use any USB-C power supply, power bank,
I think it has
or even a
Hiroshi.
TA4 on the side of the VC2.
Yeah.
This box also, you can copy files from an SD card or a USB thumb drive. But from our point of view, the main feature is that you can hit record on your recorder, and then you can stop record, and then it's going to auto-upload to the cloud. You can see it doing that stuff now, right? Now, I'll just show you the few menus related to that.
Sure.
So you can get a bit of a handle. So if I come in here, oh, and by the way, while it's uploading, I can carry on recording. You don't have to wait for it to upload.
It's doing separately.
Yeah.
So is it still accessing the file, or does the file just copy that fast?
No, it'll start. When you finish recording, it's going to immediately transfer the file over USB-C over USB to the box. As soon as it's received the whole file, then it'll start uploading. You can start record at any time. It's not going to interrupt the copy or anything like that, or the transfer.
Because this has a hard drive built in.
It does. It's got its own hard drive. So anyway, let's go and have a look at some of the setup controls for that.
There you go. Come on in.
Sorry. Let me just show you what I'm doing here. So you access the Files menu to configure this. So if you come into your Files menu here, and then if you scroll down to Cloud Upload, this has replaced the existing Frame.io menu that was all there. So now it's more of a generic Cloud Upload menu. So the first thing you do is in your destination, you're going to select whether you want to use Frame.io or the Viviana box as your upload destination. Obviously, the Frame.io, when you select Frame.io, you're using the rear panel, the rear RJ45. Okay? So we'll leave that on the Viviana here. And then here, this is where you choose where your source files are coming from. So it can be either the internal SSD, SD1 or SD2, right? So this is useful because you can record different files to the different drives, right? So I'll just show you that quickly. If I come up to my record and play menu here and go in there and then go to my track to media routing, I can basically select what is recorded to each of the drives. So if I want everything to be uploaded to the cloud, I can select all, and I'll select my SSD in that case. But for this show, and because of bad Wi-Fi here, I've actually been just using the SD2 card as the source and just using AAC files for my upload, right? So I've set AAC here. So let's just go back to that cloud menu in here, and then we're good. A few other things we can look at here. This is the upload mode. Do you want to just always fully mirror the record folder, or do you just want to mirror new takes? Or you can load, or you can manually upload as well. So 3 different options there. And then this is an important feature: when to upload. By default, it's set to immediately. So as soon as you hit stop on a recording, it's going to immediately transfer that file, and then the VC2 will upload it into the cloud. But oftentimes, at the end of recording, you want to edit metadata in your file, right? Can it get any worse?
It can.
So basically, you would set like a slight delay on when you want to upload. So you can set anything from like a minute or 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute delay. So it allows you time to edit metadata before it attempts to upload it. Otherwise, if you edit metadata after the fact, it's actually going to be a different file essentially, and it's going to have to re-upload it. Okay, so you can set that to how much time you feel like you need to make your edits.
Yeah, and they showed us that it will actually, if you make the change, it'll upload a new file and at the file and all that stuff. So that's very cool.
So that's pretty much it. That's the menu.
Okay.
That's the VC2 functionality.
Very cool. And I'd heard there's some...
a few other things.
A few other things. So we can go through them quick.
Yeah, so USB-A port, you can now record to a thumb drive.
In addition to the
in addition to the SD cards and the internal drive.
Okay.
Now it's an auto copy function. So
I see.
But it almost acts like a real-time record because it's actually auto-copying during record.
Oh.
You don't have to wait until it presses stop before it transfers like it did on the MixPre.
I see.
It will actually. So essentially, it's almost like a real-time record.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
And then one other feature. So we've got our output routing matrix, which we've had on the 8 series for a long time. But now you can come into your output menu and you can set up your routing. But now you can set up a different routing for stop mode, play mode, and record mode. Independent routing matrix for each.
Okay.
So imagine a setup like during record, you're sending your mix to everyone on set, right? But then during playback, you only want some people to be listening to that signal on set, right?
Or when you're in pause, you want the DIT to be routed out to your comms, for instance. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do all that now from just your standard routing menus. Yeah, so come in here, and I can, like for instance here, I'm just going to do that here on this mode switch here. I can press that and then open up the matrix for the different transport modes, and then you set a different matrix selection in there. Yeah.
So a question about the cloud. Do you know, is it Wi-Fi only, or can you install a cell card in it? I think it's Wi-Fi only.
No, you're talking about this box.
Yeah, the cloud.
No, this is Wi-Fi, or it's got an RJ45, so you can hook into like a local router and
a hotspot. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Right now, I'm actually running off a Netgear Nighthawk cellular router, and it's been working fine.
Yeah, but you potentially could tap into the Wi-Fi or a hotspot from production to be able to do that.
Exactly.
Very cool. Well, Paul, is there anything else that we missed? We've been around the moon.
No, I don't think so.
We're over the moon to talk to you. We got the Mini, we got the battery charger, which that was a surprise, and then we've got the integration with the cloud and the new firmware. I think that's a lot.
Yeah, and I apologize for our neighbors.
That's okay. Damn kids. They did? Oh, wow. Somebody came over and pulled the plug. All right, well, very cool.
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
All right.
See you soon.
All right, very cool. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with more coverage from NAB 2026. Stay tuned.